My favorite thing about the whole transfer window is hijacks. Yeah? When hijacks happen, I kind of like it. Now, when it happened to me, I'm not so okay with it. Yeah? Now, it seems like it might happen to me, and hijack might happen to other people as well. Now, before we get into the whole hijack and everything that is going on in terms of the transfer news, welcome to Famous Football. I'm your host, Nate. Let's talk football. There might be a hijack. I know you're wondering who's hijacking who here, right? Because we saw the whole first hijack with Chelsea and Arsenal, right? Arsenal going in for Morgan Rogers, Chelsea swoop and boom, get it done, take it off that, take it from under them, right? And now they're on the ground. Now there might be another hijack, but is this one really a hijack though, right? Now let's get into it. Paris Saint Germain are exploring a late move to hijack Real Madrid deal for Yan Diomande. Real Madrid and RB Leipzig are still negotiating, while new intermediaries close to Paris Saint-Germain have reopened talks to access a final push. Paris Saint-Germain believe Bradley Barcola expected to move to Liverpool could strengthen their chances if Real Madrid deal is not completed. Now, let's look at the Bradley Barcola deal to Liverpool and let's see, then we might get a bit of an understanding here. Liverpool has submitted a 105 million bid plus 15 million in bonuses for Bradley Barcola. The offer is currently being assessed by Paris Saint-Germain after Liverpool reportedly reached a 5-year contractual agreement with the French winger. Barcola's departure is now described as increasingly likely as negotiations continue between the clubs. Now, you see why the hijacking happened, right? Because before, PSG were not looking to spend mad money on what's his name, Diomande. They weren't. Now they are, because they know the money Liverpool is bringing in. They're just going to take that money and then send it to RB Leipzig. That's it, right? So it's like they're not really spending much money, taking money from Liverpool, sending it to RB Leipzig, and getting, at the end of it, they get what they want because they want Diomande. But is this really a hijack? It's almost like they got hijacked, and then now they're coming back to hijack the people that hijacked them. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It kind of makes things a bit, funny and interesting, because they were in negotiation forever with RB Leipzig, couldn't get the deal done. Real Madrid came and slapped 100 million on the table. Now the whole conversation, attention switched to Real Madrid. The player wants Real Madrid. Personal term was not a problem, but even that, PSG themselves got personal term done with Diomande and his camp. It was done. So at that point, they then needed to have an agreement with RB Leipzig, which of course they were struggling with, and they couldn't get it done. But now it seems that they can come in, because that money, as far for what we have read, RB Leipzig won at least 130 million, between 120 to 130 million. And looking at the amount of money that Liverpool has put in, 105 million plus 50 million bonuses, everything coming together, making what? 120 million. They're just going to take that money and send it over, right? And call it a day. Now, I really don't think we can sit here and talk about these people don't worth this money and none of that. Again, it has nothing to do with them. The transfer market for what he have got into right now, yeah, it's nuts. It's not. That's why Chelsea are pricing Delap for like a 45 million, and people going Delap is now worth 45 million. Now, I'm telling you, he's worth 145 million. Considering the inflation that is happening, despite him having one bad season, I think he's still worth 45 million. Now, maybe not 100 million, but 45 million for sure, right? So those that are trying to pay up, the Everton, the Nottingham Forest, yeah, them lot, Leeds, all you lot pay up, and let's forget it. But let's see what happened with that deal. It seems that it could go anywhere between Madrid and what's in PSG. But PSG looking to hijack it, considering the fact that Barcola could definitely be leaving at some point. With that deal that is put in there, 105 plus 50 million, I don't see that deal being rejected. I honestly don't see it. Now, the only thing that might be discussed right now or happen in terms of discussion is maybe structure of payment. How they're going to pay it, because they're going to do what I think what's going to happen here is this: they're going to have discussion with RB Leipzig, and then it's like whatever structural payment to see if they can get a deal done. And once they get a deal done, whatever structural payment RB Leipzig will give them, they might give the same thing to Liverpool. So that's where it's like, once you send the money, it just goes straight through our account, to RB Leipzig. But let's see how that one plays out. But Bradley Barcola to Liverpool could be interesting. Diomande to Real Madrid, another thing to watch out for. Let's see, but we don't know. Bradley Barcola there and Diomande could go other ways too. So let's see what happened there. Let me know your thoughts down below. Now we move to other things here, right? Chelsea, we have decided to go in for Oheads. We have decided to go in for Unk. Yeah, we had what's his name, Dawson, right? And now we decide to go in for other uncles as well. Jordan Henderson to Chelsea. Here we go. Former Liverpool captain has agreed a 2-year deal at Chelsea FC and will sign until June 2028. Henderson left Brentford and Chelsea will now welcome him next. Exclusive story from Monday. Confirmed. Well, Fabrizio, thank you. Now, let's see up here as well. Danny Welbeck to Chelsea. Done deal. As reported by what's his name, Florian Plettenberg. Full agreement reached with Brighton Hove Albion. Green light for the medical. Brighton as respected Welbeck wished to leave. Xabi Alonso was keen to add his experience to this squad. The 35-year-old striker is set to sign a contract until 2028. Right? Welcome. That's the least I can say. Now, none of us would rather be none of us would want to be going in for them, right? Because if we say bring in experience, we're talking like maybe go in for somebody that is a bit proven but not necessarily old, that can actually come in and play. But now with João Pedro, we all trust in João Pedro. As Chelsea fans, we all trust in João Pedro. So bringing Danny Welbeck in, to kind of be Olivier Giroud, you know what I mean? Like whenever we down, we need a goal, we chasing the game, we bring Giroud in, Giroud comes in and then get the job done. That is like Giroud was our guy. So now if he can be that guy, we don't expect him to play in, day out, but having that balance of experience and youngster is good. And I think that's what Chelsea is going for. Henderson as well, we don't expect Henderson to be playing because we have people, a lot of people, and the people that Chelsea are linked with, right, also could, tells you Henderson might not even be playing that much, right, or at all. Because Bruno Guimaraes, Adam Wharton, and Alex Scott, right? These three people, tell me. And then you already have Moises Caicedo that is there, right? Even if we don't get, Adam Wharton, there's already Enzo Fernandez that is there, right? And there are other people that is also there at the club currently right now. What's his name? Lavia, the guy that can never stay fit. He's already there. So let's see how that one turns out. But welcome. The least we can say is welcome to this lot, right? To the Chelsea family. Now, speaking of Liam Delap, right? I talked about him earlier, and now the fact that what's his name is in Danny Welbeck is in. What does that mean for Liam Delap? Now, let's see. Everton are leading the race to sign Chelsea striker Liam Delap this summer. Leeds United and Newcastle have also reopened talks, while Brighton and Fulham remain interested in the forward. Chelsea are keen to finalize Delap's departure quickly after making him available this summer, right? Or this transfer. Listen, with Delap, I'm one of those very few Chelsea fans that is like, I was hoping it works with Delap. And the reason why I was hoping it worked with Delap is like because he's different from João Pedro, and I just like the fact that he's a different striker to João Pedro, but it's not working. So it's like if you do it with João Pedro, it's not working, and then you can switch it up. You bring something different, right? That's like you have the option to be able to implement something different. That's why I wanted it to work with him so bad, but it's not working. Even the preseason game, as much as you don't want to judge any preseason game or look into it too much, it's hard to not look at Delap and what Delap was doing. Yeah. Even the kid from Kazakhstan came in and looked better than Delap. Played that game and looked better than Delap. Most of the academy players play better than Delap. And the thing is that, and I think what most of us fail to understand is that we're looking at Delap and looking at him as a João Pedro and comparing him to João Pedro. I don't think that's fair. Right? Now, the only thing that is missing from his game as a forward is the goal. If he was scoring goal, I don't think we'll have problem with him, right? Because he's like the Erling Haaland type of number 9. Meanwhile, João Pedro is like the Harry Kane type of number 9. You see, there's a difference. But now, if we're looking at Delap going, okay, he's taking 7 touches, he's taking 2 touches in the entire first half. We're judging him based off that. There will be a problem, right? We'll always look at him as not good enough, right? as compared to if you look at him like the Erling Haaland type, right? Like I'm saying, if he was banging in goal, we wouldn't care how many touches he have on the ball or what he even do, right? He's getting the job done. But the thing is that he's not getting the job done. And watching Delap has become really, really painful. It's become really painful. So right now, if Everton can actually get the job done, let them get the job done. And I'm looking forward to seeing it actually done. And maybe he can go somewhere else and be able to get his foot, because I actually think, and I think even if Chelsea can sell him, even a loan option for Delap would be good. Now there are a couple Chelsea people that I think players that I think a loan would be good for. Acheampong is another one, right? Looking at the squad we have and the people we're trying to bringing Acheampong staying is not good for him and for Chelsea, because we're trying to get him to develop. We're trying to get him, so that he can be integrated into the team. But now with the people that are there, he's not going to get that much playing time. So if we can send him on loan to a Crystal Palace, for instance, right, and Crystal Palace are actually interested, that would be good for Acheampong, and it will be great for him. Now, Dario Yusugu is another person that we want to see go on loan, right? Now, there are a couple other people. Even Lavia, I won't be against if Lavia go on loan, because the brother actually need to play football, and we know he's good, but the brother can't stay fit. But Acheampong is actually that one of those people that I want to see go on. Delap, if we can sell him, it'll be good. But speaking about strikers and stuff like that, Delap going on loan. Jackson will be going, meeting up with the team in Asia tomorrow. Is Australia tomorrow. He will be meeting up with the team. So let's see what happened there. Now, we know Aston Villa is heavily linked with him. He could be leaving. He could be off to Aston Villa. Xabi Alonso want to access the player. Now, with the fact that Delap leaving, does that make room for Jackson, or will he be off to Villa? Now, we all know he might be off to Villa, because that Morgan Rogers deal, a lot of things were discussed, and what's his name? Jackson was one of them. So now we were talking about hijacks, right? And I say it might be happening to us as well. Here is it. Exclusive. Juventus have agreed a deal with Leverkusen for Chelsea target Karen Arabegovic. The transfer fee is worth around 40 million euros. We've been in talk, right? This is kind of part of the thing that just gets somebody like me angry. Now, if you let him go, right? Xabi Alonso wants him. If you let him go, you might as well be bringing somebody in that can actually do the job. That's all I have to say, right? That simply means you're going in for somebody that has quality. That can do in the job. Somebody that is maybe better than him. That's all I have to say. If he's going to Juve, bring in somebody that is actually better than him. That's all I have to say. But we let Juve hijack us, bro. Over 40 million. We know the entire Syria are broke. They are broke. They ain't got no money. But we allowing them hijack us, yeah? This club. And then we after Danny Welbecks. Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea. Now, we moved to Madrid. Rodri. Yeah? Rodri. What's going on over there, right? We know Rodri won Madrid. Madrid won Rodri. It's been in the news for ages. Nobody knows what's going on, right? We don't know when this thing will be agreed. When it won't be agreed. Talks haven't really happened yet, right? But now it seems like talks have begun. So let's get into it. Real Madrid have approached Manchester City for Rodri. For the first time, negotiations have started with verbal agreement between clubs. Florentino Perez has given approval to the deal after those closed for months. Real indicate they are ready to spend over 50 million. Now, they said they are ready to spend over 50 million, but I've read a couple places, and maybe you probably have as well, that they're actually looking to spend 60 million. And let's be honest, if they say they're willing to spend 60 million, they can go above that 60 million and probably spend 70 million, right? For him. Now, with him leaving, what does happen to City? And we'll come to City in a little bit, right? And that might be the last thing we'll talk about, yeah. But this could be done. We know other clubs are interested. PSG talk, according to multiple reports, right? PSG wanted to do something because of the fact that what Madrid did to them. So they're trying to do something to Madrid, almost like a payback. But the player said he only wants Madrid. Even Barcelona comes in, he only wants Madrid, right? It's kind of like Alex Scott and Chelsea, right? Other people are linked, but he only wants Chelsea. It's kind of nice to know that. It's like, that feeling is like, and a player only wants you. Like, despite, especially with Chelsea, what's going on? We're not playing in Europe, but we still able to make the type of signing that we are making right now. Morgan Rogers could be going to Arsenal and playing European football, but he decided to come to Chelsea. What's his name? Palestra comes to Chelsea. Serie A, one of Serie A best player of the season, came to Chelsea. And then we also looking to bring Alex Scott, one of the best midfielder in the Premier League, to Chelsea as well. Adam Wharton could also come to Chelsea, depending if Enzo Fernandez leave, right? It's like, it's kind of nice when you hear this thing that players only want your club. Yeah, that's what we tell people. It's like there are levels to these things. Yeah, Arsenal, pay attention. Yeah, but we move. So Rodri going to Real Madrid, that could happen, right? And it's gonna be good. But like again, Chouameni and what's his name, Camavinga, one of them have to leave at some point. One of them for sure have to leave. But then what's it called? We talk about Man City, right? Rodri leaving. What really does that mean for Man City? Now let's get into it. Manchester City are confident to get deal done for Ayoud Bouadi in the next days. Negotiations are accelerating as reported on Monday, and Manchester City FC increasingly optimistic. Bouadi to join now or in 2027 could also depend on exit, including Rodri situation. Right now, listen, if Rodri is leaving and Rodri want to leave and they can get this deal done, right, we know they're going to pay possibly 100 and something million for this brother, right? For this guy, they're going to pay 100 and something million for him. So they're going to try to milk Madrid as much as possible to be able to get some of that money if they're going to let Rodri go. Right, that's why you keep hearing rumor. Oh, they want to keep him. Now they already have what's his name, Anderson as Rodri replacement, so they're not even quite worried about that. So in terms of Rodri replacement, they already have that. Now Bouadi could come in and could maybe do something as well. It's good. But in terms of Rodri replacement, they're not panicking. They already have that. So if he leave, it's good. And they also have what's the other guy name? I think Nico something. He's City. He's already there. So they're not even worried about that. But Bouadi to City, that could happen depending if Rodri leave. And I think Rodri will for sure be leaving. Right? He wants Madrid. Madrid wants him. It's going to happen. As long as the player wants Madrid, Madrid wants him. That's how Madrid operate. The very first thing they want to know, let the player make an indication that I want you. And once that happens, Madrid will come in for you because oftentimes Madrid wants you. But what they want to know is that you want them as well. So they're not going to get you if you don't want them. Yeah? No. So as long as you say you want Madrid and Madrid wants you, it's happening. It will be a done deal. That's all. That's why I see Barcelona and Madrid. That's how they operate. So then the player is almost like they want putting pressure on the club to be able to do the sale, right? So they're using their brain. So they're not just splashing money, going for somebody that don't want it. They want to make sure the player wants them before they can even go in and make a bid, right? So that way they know they have some sort of negotiation power in doing negotiations. But let me know your thoughts down below, right? About everything we discussed from Rodri to Man City, the hijack with DIOMANDE that could potentially happen, Danny Welbeck and Henderson at Chelsea, right? Let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. See you in the next video to come, right? Keep your eye peeled. There's definitely more coming your way, right? Adios.